Tell you what, you know, welcome to the video. Today I'm here with you, here to talk about the Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion case. Now, Tory Lanez has been found guilty of the three counts that he was charged with. Right? He's found guilty. You know what I'm saying? Guilty, and that's right. I mean, he was guilty, but you know, when I paid attention to the whole court case. I was watching Lawyer for Workers, all those people. When I look at the evidence and all the testimony and all that, uh, at the end of the day, you know, it's the standard is without a reasonable doubt. Like my man is my man is going to jail without a reasonable doubt. So my man is going to jail. I mean, like without a reasonable doubt. So which means that the 12 drawers, is it 12? I don't know, 11, 8, 8, 9, 10 drawers, I don't know how many it is, that they have to know that that person did it. They have to know. Like it has to be, it's not a guess. It's not a, it's not a, oh, maybe. It's not a what if, it's not a scenario. You got to know without a reasonable doubt. And I mean, if you look at the evidence and testimony, which is most testimony, there's no way you can come to that conclusion. So that's why I'm making this video. Cause I don't know. Tory Lanez could have did it. He could have pulled up. He could have said dance bitch, dance bitch. He could have shot Megan for saying that he didn't like her music or they was arguing about something else. And he could have shot up in the air shot and shot at her feet. But I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. The three witnesses that went up there, was it three? Okay, Megan, Kelsey, and the man, the eyewitness. All the three witnesses got different stories for what happened. They all got different stories. Two of the witnesses, Kelsey and Megan, have lied to police before. Kelsey um did an interview with the prosecutors in September, and then when it came to the court day, she pled the fifth and said, "I will not testify until I get immunity." And then she went up there and said, "I lied to you about most of the stuff, about the whole events of the night, right? I lied to you about most of the events of the night." So she changed her whole story. And then while she was telling her story, she pled the fifth. You only complete the fifth. It's for self-incrimination. You know what I'm saying? You can't plead the fifth on some that stuff that doesn't self-incriminate you if you're on the stand. Okay? Like you can't you have to you can't plead the fifth. You have to plead the fifth because it incriminates you in some way. So she went up there and pled the fifth after changing the story, saying she lied to the prosecutors, and this is prosecution's star witness other than Megan. So she's untrustworthy. Okay, and then we go to Megan. And oh well, hold up. Kelsey said that the prosecution was kind of pushing her to do it too. That's why the reason why she said that she told the story that she told, and then had wanted the immunity so she could say what she really said. Because when the prosecution was interviewing her, she it wasn't under oath, so um it wasn't official. You know what I'm saying? Because it's under oath, they can criminally charge you. Like you can get charged for lying on the stand. I forgot what the charge card or whatever. You can actually get in trouble. But she didn't say the story. She didn't say the real story until she got immunity. You know what I'm saying? So that's her whole stuff is in question. Like you can't believe nothing she says, right? And then we go to Megan. Megan did fucking 35 interviews where she told and a million IG lives and a bunch of other stuff where she told different stories where all the events was different, and then she lied about stuff like that she wasn't sleeping with Tory, and now you can say all that doesn't matter, but it does because we got witnesses. We had a witness, EJ. He said that Megan was salty that Tory was risen up Kylie. She was salty, and that and um Tory told Kelsey that Megan was going behind her friend's back and smashing him. So they start fighting. So that's why that's important. So she lying about stuff and she's changing the story. And then the story she tells prosecution, opening day, prosecution comes out, they tell the story of what happens. And then when Megan gets on the stand, she changes the story. Okay? And we already know that Kelsey, Megan, and Tory were drunk. Kelsey and Megan Moore. So, right there, this is all eyewitness stuff. Okay? So right there, I can't trust Megan. She's a liar. She's drunk. She don't tell the whole picture of the story. Can't trust Kelsey. Then we get to the man that was the eyewitness. Now the eyewitness said that Megan and Kelsey was fighting. Okay? Said Megan and Kelsey was fighting. And then Kelsey went back, got the gun, shot at Megan, and then Tory got the gun somehow after they, what I'm saying, the driver come break it up. Tory come out, he get the gun somehow. He wave his hands in the air and shoot 4 to 5 times. Now that don't. Now the prosecution story is what he's saying. He does it in an iffy way where he's changing what he was saying he didn't see Kelsey have a gun, but he saw flashes towards her saying that she was having a gun, and that Kelsey shot 3 or 4 times, and Tory shot 4 times, which doesn't make sense. There's only 5 bullets in the gun, so there's no way Kelsey shot 3 or 4 times, and and then Tory shot 5 times in there. That just don't make sense. Waving his arm, that don't make sense. So it's inconsistent. Um, and he said he saw Tory and Kelsey jump Megan and beat her up. So his story is, but at the end of the day, um, there's parts that you could pull from it that fit both sides. But at the end of the day, that's still like he said Kelsey shot Tory. He said 2 people shot a gun, right? He said 2 people shot a gun. He said one person shot a gun at Megan, which was the girl. He said Tory shot the gun in there. So 2 people shot a gun. Now, if we look at all 3 witnesses and all the evidence, you still don't know what the actual story is. Like, you don't know what actually happened. Like, I don't know what actually happened that day. And that's the problem. Because if you're going to decide a case without a reasonable doubt, like for sure that Tory did it, there's no way from all that evidence and all them witnesses telling different stories that you have that picture in your mind. Like, there's no way. There's no way you have that picture in your mind. There's no way somebody could be like, I know Tory Lanez did it. You couldn't say it. You couldn't say it. There's no way. Like, you couldn't say for sure. Now you could be like, he was found guilty. Yeah, he was found guilty. But if you tell me a story from what happened that night, if I ask somebody to tell me what happened, I'm gonna be like, that 3 people said something different. So what happened? And they was drunk. So what happened? I I don't know. And then the fourth thing, I don't know what the state was doing. The cops didn't track nothing right. The prosecution, I, they was up there bringing back witnesses. They got to play the interview of Kelsey's testimony in September. They was doing a bunch of wild stuff. The police didn't prepare nothing right, so we don't know what the actual crime scene looks like. We don't know if there's a blood trail. Don't know where the blood trail starts. They don't know none of that. They didn't take fingerprints from everybody there. They only took fingerprints from like Tory and Kelsey or something like that. They didn't take. They don't know who the gun belongs to. They never said who the gun belongs to. They never brought it up. They never figured out who the gun belongs to. They never did fingerprints. They didn't take DNA from everybody. And so, and they got there for a shooting. The cops were called for a shooting. And then they believed Megan when she said she stepped on glass. Like, the cops, they were selling bad. Like, they were selling bad. You know what I'm saying? They were selling bad. And at the end of the day, the prosecution seemed to be pushing a biased case. Because if they didn't want to call the eyewitness to the stand, which is weird, because he's the only undrunk person who saw what happened, and they didn't want to call him. And he said two girls was fighting, and they never asked about that. They never questioned. They always went with they was trying to get Tory, like Tory, like in the YSL case, Young Thug, the focus. Prosecution was trying to get Tory. They seemed really, really biased. Like it didn't seem like ethical. It seemed like it didn't even seem fair. Like they really wanted Tory, but a bunch of stuff shows that it could have been what's her name? The Meg's best friend, she had gun residue on her more than Tory. They was fighting. They releasing diss tracks. They ain't talked since the incident. She released a diss track talking about who shot you. Like, and they played the lyrics from Kelsey's song in court, and they didn't even include the full lyrics. And everybody they put up was just biased towards against Tory. They would ask about Megan stuff, and they would just know it. But then they ask about Tory stuff, and it's like, I didn't. I know I watched it, but I don't remember. I need you to pull it up. I need you to tell me what they said. Tell me what. So like, at the end of the day, his case was like it's a circus. Like it was just like on the government side, it's it was just all out of whack. They brought people back. They had to go use video from a unworthy. I don't know why they let that happen. I really don't know why the judge let that happen, because I think that's what decided the case, because they just decided to believe Kelsey before, even though she changed her story up, which, and I think the dude, the eyewitness saying he shot the gun and waved in the air 4 or 5 times, even though there's not 8 bullets in the clip. You know what I'm saying? I think they just was picking and choosing which information to believe, which at the end of the day, I think is a travesty. I think Tory Lanez, I, I don't see how you could reasonably say that without a reasonable doubt Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. There's like it's really hard. There's like uh, there's there's all this conflicting information, and people want to say believe Meg. Like, what am I supposed to believe? What am I supposed to believe? I don't know. She said 100 different things. She said she wasn't sleeping with Tory, but she was. She said she don't remember going back to the house. She's the reason why they went back to the house to get the slipper, her slipper. Okay. She said um that there was no fighting between them. You know what I'm saying? That the only reason Tory got mad and shot her is because she said he was a bad artist, and then he just snapped, got the gun, and shot outside the car. Okay? So, like, but that makes no sense. And she changed her story. She said, I went to the back of the car, and then she shot at me there. And then the day of, she said, I went to the front. So I can't believe Megan, she's drunk. They drunk 6 bottles of Henny at a party of about 10 people, and everybody wasn't even drinking. So how am I going to believe her when she did the IG Lives telling this story, with the Gayle King telling this story, and saying she got nerve damage, and but she don't. You see what I'm saying? How am I going to believe Megan? You say believe Megan, believe black women. She's a liar. She lied. Okay? So, like, why are they? Why are we sending? This man is going. He's about to get deported. Whole life ruined. No rap. You know, usually, if you're American, you get arrested. Young Thug can get out of jail in 10 years and still rap and still get a bag, right? Still get a bag. Tory Lanez, it's a rap for him. It's a rap for him. Everybody was already against him. It was automatic that Meg was right. Automatic, automatic. Even though the stuff coming out was weird and changing stories was changing, and people didn't have facts. They was just listening to one person. Everybody was team Megan, right? And then we get to the day of, and we start learning, and then Kelsey changes the story, and it's like we don't even know what happened. And people are saying Tory Lanez shot this woman out of cold blood. Shot her. But they don't even know what happened. Without a reasonable doubt, nobody can tell me what happened that day. Nobody can. They can't. And if they say they can, they lying. And it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I just feel bad for Tory Lanez and his family. Cause I mean, he ain't gonna have a rap career. They was already blacklisting him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was going against him because he shot a black woman. So, and now he's guilty. He get deported. I mean, he can't come back to America. Can't have that rap career he wants. You know what I'm saying? He can have it in Canada, but most of his fan base is in America. Okay, no rap career. Family relying on him. That's a rap. He gonna be in jail. Man, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be in jail. They gonna get money from the what's name it, but you know what I'm saying? He in jail, so it's less money. It's less support of his family, even his kids, before Christmas at that. And so, like, it just if he did it, he did it. If he did it, he should be in there. But from the evidence that has been presented, you can't say without a reasonable doubt that he did it. You can't. You can't. Three witnesses, three different stories, witnesses lying, changing their stories, pleading the fifth. You know what I'm saying? Like, the case was wild. And I just think it's just an injustice, man. Like, Tory shouldn't. I don't know. It's just it really hit me because I'm like, Tory gonna get it. It's in the bag because the stuff I didn't see, I'm going to impartial. Like, if if the stories were the same or similar and it made sense, then I'd be like, oh, Tory need to go to jail. I'm not defending R. Kelly. I wouldn't defend R. Kelly. I would never. R. Kelly need to be locked up. He should have been locked up back in the day. He was peeing on kids. So, like, he need to be locked up. So if Tory need to be locked up and he did it, lock his ass up. But at the end of the day, the evidence presented does not prove without a reasonable doubt. And so I don't think we should like. It's just when people are just going along with it, they don't even know the facts. Like, it's people think it's funny. You know, all the memes. The memes are funny, but like that's a real person. That's a real person. Now, if he did it, okay, the memes. I mean, you did it. You know what I'm saying? We can make fun of you, but in this case, without a reasonable doubt, that just it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense with all the information presented and not having a clear picture of what the crime scene is, and the police didn't even do what they were supposed to do, and prosecution wasn't even doing what they were supposed to do, and you know what I'm saying? I don't. I think the judge allowing them to bring a bunch of witnesses back and play that video of Kelsey, and then even the judge was gonna let him, if Tory took the stand, bring up his rap music and tattoos to use against him. Which is they was just reaching. They was like reaching for whatever. Like, they was doing whatever they could. Because once you call a witness, when you take them off the stand, usually they're done, right? Usually they don't come back. Everybody, both sides got to do what they got to do with them, right? So, like, I don't know. It's just I don't feel that right there. I don't feel that right there. I don't feel that. I don't feel it at all. And I mean, on appeal, like, we're not going unless some actual evidence comes out that is like another witness or something. This on appeal, that's the same information. You don't get new facts on appeal. You don't get new facts on appeal. All the fact finding is over. So I don't know if people retestify in appeals or whatever. I don't know if they just do transcripts or something. I don't know, but they should retestify. But um, like, that's all the facts. Like, you can't. I don't think you can bring new people in or new information. Well, maybe you could. I don't know. Cause, well, I'm tripping. I don't know. I should know this though, cause I want to be a lawyer. But I guess, like, new evidence to get people off. I don't know. So just forget all I said about that pill stuff. I just forget that. But you know what I'm saying? Like it. Like the video. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying, to the channel. I'm gonna be doing more of these commentaries, and think I'm gonna play the game while I do it, if that's possible. I don't know. Sometimes I gotta focus, but I want to do more videos like this and less videos playing the game because I'm not that cold. I feel like I gotta be getting like 20 kills a game to post something, and that's just not happening, man. That's just not happening. So I'm a talker, and I can argue. So we're gonna do this, and I want to debate people, but I think I could get my foot in the door if I was bold enough. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see.